Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Deck Specs. For tonight, we have Destiny Hero. And yes, I've decked it out with Elemental Hero themed stuff. Namely, a Skyscraper deck box and Miracle Fusion sleeves. But without further ado, let's get on with the deck specs. First off, 3 copies of Destiny Hero Celestial. When he declares an attack, you can target a face-up spell your opponent controls, destroy it, and, if you do, they take 500 damage. Also, why have you got no cards in your hand except the turn he's sent to the graveyard? You can banish him and another D hero and draw 2. Next up, 3 copies of Decider. For starters, level 6 or higher monsters your opponent controls can't attack him. When he's normal or special summoned, you can add a hero monster from your grave to your hand during the end phase of that turn. Also, during either player's turn, when a card or effect is applied that would inflict damage to you while he's in the grave, you can return to your hand and nullify said damage. AKA, it becomes 0. Unfortunately, those 2 effects are once per duel. Next up, 3 copies of Destiny Hero Drill Dark. If he's normal or special summoned, you can special summon another Destiny Hero monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to his on the field, which can only be done once a turn. If he attacks a defense position monster, yeah, he deals piercing damage. Next, a returning favorite from the Exodia deck. 3 copies of Diamond Dude. For those not in the know, once per turn, you can activate the top card of your deck, and if it's a normal spell, you can send it to the grave for later. Otherwise, it goes back to the bottom of your deck. During the main phase of the next turn, you can activate said normal spell from your grave, even if Diamond Dude is no longer on your field. Two copies of Malicious. You can banish this bad boy from your grave to summon another from the deck. It's as simple as that. One copy of Isk Commander. A ratted version, of course. He can't be special summoned from the grave the turn he's sent there, but when he is special summoned from the grave, you can draw 2 cards. Like Decider before him, it's a once per duel effect. Next up, a single copy of Dark Angel, another returning favorite. If 3 or more D heroes are in your graveyard, you can discard them to target a D hero monster in your grave and special summon it to your opponent's field in defense mode. When a spell card or effect you activate resolves, negate that effect, and if you do, or if it did not have an effect, destroy it. During your standby phase, you can banish him and another D hero from the grave to have each player choose a normal spell from their deck and place it on top. A personal favorite, Destiny Hero Plasma. He basically shuts down all your opponent's its effect monsters while he's present. He can't be normal summoned or set, and has to be special summoned from the hand by trading 3 monsters, and can't be special summoned by other ways. Yes, he negates all effects of face-up monsters your opponent controls while they control them, and once a turn, you can target a monster your opponent controls and equip it to him. Of course, you can only have one monster equipped to him at a time via that effect. Not only that, but he gets an attack boost equal to half the original attack of the monster equipped to him. One copy of Dogma. Like Plasma, he can't be normal summoned or set, and requires 3 tributes to special summon. However, at least one of his tributes must be a Destiny Hero monster. And if you still control him during your opponent's next standby phase, after you special summoned him, your opponent's going to have to say goodbye to half their life points. Excuse me, folks. Just a little sneezy tonight, I guess. Next is Destiny Hero Dreadmaster. If he's special summoned by Clock Tower Prison, destroy all monsters you control except Destiny Heroes. And after that, you can special summon up to 2 D Heroes from your graveyard. After you special summon for the rest of that turn, D Heroes you control can't be destroyed, and you take no battle damage when they battle. The attack and defense of him are equal to the combined attack of all... combined original attack of all other D Heroes you control. So he can be one bulky hero. Next up, to help the Clock Tower engine, Dread Servant, at 1 copy. When he's normal summoned, you place a Clock Tower on each Clock Tower prison. When he's destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can target a spell trap you control and destroy it. Basically useful on fully loaded Clock Towers. 3 copies of D-Cubed. If it's normal summoned, it's also traded as a Destiny Hero monster while face up on the field. You can only use each of his effects once per turn. You can discard up to 2 cards to special summon in D-Cubed from your hand, deck, and grave equal to that number. Discarded. Also, for the rest of the turn, you're locked into Destiny Heroes. If he's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send another D hero to the graveyard. Next, Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. When she's special summoned, you can add a change quick play spell on your deck to your hand. And if she's sent to the grave, you can add a hero monster from your deck to your hand, except herself. You can only use 1 Shadow Mist effect a turn, and only once a turn. Yeah, hard ones for turns there. Next, another favorite of mine, Vision Hero Vion. I considered putting a copy of this guy into my E-Heroes, but I decided against it. When he's normal special summoned, you can send a hero monster from your deck to the grave. Yeah, this deck tends to mill a lot. And that effect can only be used once a turn. Also once a turn, you can banish a hero monster from your grave to fetch a polymerization. Next up, we have Vision Hero Witch Raider. You can an alternative method to tribute summon her. So attributing traps you control as well as monsters. When she's normal summoned, you can destroy all spell and traps your opponent controls. Also, you can't special summon monsters during the turn you activate that effect, except heroes, which doesn't really hinder this deck. Moving on to the spell cards. First up, 3 copies of Destiny Draw. Basically, you discard a D hero to draw 2 cards. 3 copies of Polymerization, self-explanatory. The obligatory Fusion Summon card. 2 copies of Mass Change, which lets you target a hero monster you control, send it to the grave, and after have it left the field by this effect, you can summon a master hero from your extra deck with the same attribute as that monster. Note, its original attribute is face down. Can't forget a Monster Reborn. You know what this bad boy does. You can revive a monster from either graveyard. Next is Clock Tower Prison. Once a turn, during your opponent's standby phase, you can place a clock counter on it. While there are 4 more clock counters on this bad boy, you don't take any battle damage. And if it's destroyed with 4 more clock counters and sent to the grave, you can special summon Dreadmaster from your hand or deck. Another card to help speed up that clock tower. First trap is Eternal Dread. You can just place 2 clock counters on each clock tower present with this bad boy. Next up, the Destiny hero equivalent to Hero Signal, Destiny Signal. Basically identical to Hero Signal, but summons D heroes rather than E heroes. Here's an interesting one. Another returning favorite, D-Fusion. No, not the quick play spell, the Destiny hero-themed trap, which lets you fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck is a monster you control as fusion materials, and if you do, it can't be destroyed by the card effects of that. Its turn. Only Destiny hero monsters can use fusion materials for fusion summon via this card. So basically, a Spell Speed 2 Polymerization for D heroes. Last card in the main deck, the Continuous Trap D-Tactics. During the standby phase, you can have all hero monsters you control gain 400 attack, even if this card leaves the field. If a level 8 or higher Destiny hero monsters or a Destiny Dragoon is special summoned to my field, then I can banish a card from the opponent's hand at random, field, or graveyard. And if this card is destroyed by card effect, you can add a D hero monster from your deck to your hand. And each effective D tactics is a once per turn. Moving on to the extra deck. First up, Destiny and Dragoon. Of course, it can only be fused with the above materials. And once a turn, you can target a monster it controls and destroy it. And if it was face up, your opponent takes damage equal to the attack it had on the field. You also can't conduct your battle phase the turn you activate that effect. Also, once per turn, during your standby phase, if it's in the graveyard, you can banish a D hero card from your grave and special summon him right back. This deck basically has unlimited ammo to revive that Destiny and Dragoon. Next, my newest Destiny hero in my collection, Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Requiring a level 6 or higher hero monster and a Destiny hero monster. Good thing I pack Malicious. And a few other heroes. Monster your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each hero card in your graveyard. You can only use this guy's effects once a turn. First, as a quick effect, you can destroy both one card you control and one card on the field. And if this card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, including his own, he can special summon an D hero from your graveyard, which can include himself, during the standby phase of the next turn. So basically, you pop him and a card your opponent controls, and it'll come right back for more on your next standby phase. I happen to pack 3 copies of Destiny Hero Dystopia these days. When he's special summoned, you can target a level 4 or lower Destiny Hero monster in your grave, and blast your opponent with damage equal to that target's attack. During either player's turn, if his current attack is different from his original attack, Except during the damage step, you can target a card in the field, destroy it, and restore his attack to normal. His materials are 2D heroes. Oh, they're going in-depth with fusion materials today, huh? Next, we have a new card, Destiny Hero Dusktopia. Requiring a Destiny Hero fusion monster and a Destiny Hero monster. If he's fusion summoned, you can fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using materials from your hand or field as fusion material. Whoa, double fusion. As a quick effect, you can target a monster in the field and make it unable to be destroyed by battle or card effects. If you do, neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involving that monster. Those effects last till the end of the turn. I sense he's not a once per turn. The last returning card from the Exodia deck, Destiny Hero Dominance. Materials needed, 3 Destiny Hero monsters. During your main phase, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck or your opponent's deck and place them on top in any order. That's what I kind of relied on with him in the Exodia deck. When he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can draw a card. Yet another reason he was in there. And if this fusion summon monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 3 level 9 or lower D hero monsters with different names in the grave and special summon them. He has far more potential for that here. And yes, his effects are once per turn. The first of the 2 masked heroes, Darklaw. Masked hero is going to be a special summon by mask change, of course. With this guy, any card or something that one's grave is banished instead. And once a turn, if your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, except during the draw phase or the damage step, you can banish a random card from your opponent's hand. This guy's pretty notorious. The other masked hero, Enki. He's able to attack directly, but when he does so using this effect, he does half damage. When he destroys that one monster by balancing it into the grave, you can add a change quick play spell from your deck to your hand. You can use his effect once per turn. Lastly, the Resident Link monster, Extra Hero Cross Crusader. Requiring 2 warrior monsters as materials. If he's Link summoned, you can target a Destiny Hero monster in your grave and special summon it. Yeah, there's a lot of special summon potential with this deck, as well as a lot of milling potential. You contribute 1 D hero monster to add a hero monster with a different name from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effective Extra Hero Cross Crusader once a turn. Also, you're locked into hero monsters yet again. So basically, loads of special summons, loads of milling, loads of hero locks. That's the themes with my Destiny Hero deck. Hope you guys tune in when Deck Specs comes again. Until next time, on Deck Specs.